Yo, y'all ever had your heart broken?
Shit, I think everybody probably did at one point.
Yeah, probably everybody did. All right.
To some degree.
Dealing with these women, for sure.
They will break your heart. Women are savages.
They tough, man.
They're savages.
They're
like
tough.
they will break your heart. Tell us the time you had your heart broken.
Me? I've had my heart broken in just setting the wrong expectations. So this relationship is completely my fault, and I say it's my fault because I went into it.
She was trying to smash.
No. She told me, she said, "Hey, Kenneth, I am stubborn and I am very difficult." And I was like, "Nah, you just exaggerate and get into the relationship." That's exactly what she was, and I just was not prepared for it. And I learned when somebody tell you about themselves, believe it. Take them at their word.
For sure, bro.
Facts.
Yeah.
So how did you get your heart broken in that situation? What?
Because I felt like I was fighting hard to make it work, and then it got to a point where it was like I just lost it. I was just like,
you was by yourself.
Lost yourself.
It's not gonna work. And I'm thinking maybe I'm tripping. So this is what I did. I specifically text 7 people. Specifically, four dudes who I think differently, and 3 girls who I think differently.
7 is a godly number.
And I told them like, "Yo, this is the situation. If I'm tripping, let me know I'm tripping." All 7 of them was like, "Nah, she tripping." And I was like, "These are the most 7 different people I could think of to text." And I was just like, "Well, hey,
the game is the game."
Yeah, you got to take your L. I mean, for me, my last heartbreak, the one that I remember the most vividly, was This is during the time when you access somebody's Sprint account, you get to see all the phone calls that they made.
Oh, okay.
And the length of time. So I saw it. I saw a number I didn't recognize. Well, not that I didn't recognize any of the numbers, but I saw the timing. So like I would go to sleep at midnight and then work at 6. So she would call me, good night, call somebody else, call that person again at like around 5, and call me to wake me up. Like, damn, that's kind of weird. Boom. Fast forward, I come to find out that I hacked her email as well. Sorry.
Nigga, what?
Yeah, I did. I did a lot. Yeah, I hacked her email. This is when I was at Nova.
Yo, this nigga an animal.
I saw she had a receipt for El Palacio Hotel that your booking is confirmed.
Damn, she was sliding for real.
I was with my roommate, John at the time. Like, yo, I'll be right back. Boom. I drove to El Palacio. I saw a car out there. I called her, and she said, I'm at home right now. Blah blah blah. And I was like, damn, I drove home.
Whole time you
sad face.
Whole time she was getting, I don't know what she was doing. Maybe she was just with the guy and just having a good time.
Yeah, having prayer.
But that's when I knew, like, at that moment, like,
missionary work.
This relationship. No, I knew at that moment that this relationship is over, and we didn't even end it. I didn't even end it right after there. Like, it's still, I was just
continue going.
I was heartbroken from then, and then we ended later on. But
right,
that's my biggest one, dog. That shit hurts to this day. To this day.
Shit, I think I've been getting my heart broken since 7th grade. Nigga, that shit is like ongoing, dog. This shit's crazy. Nigga, I am a lover boy, dog. This shit just doesn't stop. I think from 7th grade, 9th grade, freshman year, senior year, like that shit just don't stop for me, dog.
Oh man,
I love them, dog. I love hard.
I feel you on that. There was one in particular, one girl I used to work with. I started dating her. Like, this is probably like one of my, like, not my first real relationships. Like, I've only been like in a few, but this relationship, like, I was very invested in it. You know when it's unbalanced. Like,
right.
I cared too much, but I was young and I didn't know, like, I was really into it. So then when she was doing her thing and she started sliding, like, it'll be times that she'd be like, oh yeah, I'm going out, and I would say dumb shit like, yeah, I'm gonna just stay at the crib and just hang out here. Like, if you want to slide, you could come. And then eventually she left, and then I was just torn apart. Like, I was sad. Like, I never forget my boys to tell you, I listened to Marvin's Room every single day for 4 months. Every single day for 4 months I listened to that song.
I think that Usher Let It Burn was my song, dog. That shit burned.
Chris Brown, Say Goodbye. It hurt, man. I'm telling you, that's a great record. And that's how I dealt with the heartbreak. Yeah, man. I mean, to this moment, I'm like, I'm hurt. How did y'all deal with y'all heartbreak at the time?
I'll take it that
music, drugs.
But music is my thing. I used to listen to Drake, Take Care. That's like one of my top 2 albums because of that. Because it carried me through. Like, I'm living today because that album, like, kept me alive. I was like devastated. You know how they say, like, yo, you don't really love a girl unless you tell her you about to kill yourself.
You ain't say that, did you, bro?
I thought it.
Oh,
I
you
said
didn't tell her
it.
that.
Maybe I said it one time. Maybe I said it one time.
Said,
I think I got a song for every heartbreak, dog. That's just crazy. Like
Damn.
that Lenny Williams. I cried.
Sing it for us. I've never heard it.
Oh,
that song.
That shit be hitting me though. I hear that shit to this day, and I be like, damn, fuck that bitch.
Huh,
That shit
man.
crazy.
Yeah. What about you? How did you deal with the heartbreak at the time?
man, in a unconstructive way, man. I started because I had quit smoking, and then I started smoking again. So I was just high all the time and lifting weights with my homeboy. So I would go jump back and forth. Like we either lifting weights, and I'm just venting his ear off, and then I'm high with somebody else.
I realized, like, for me, it's like, you know how they be like, you break up with a girl, just go get other women.
Yeah.
Like, it don't really work because, like,
Nah, you be thinking
as
about
soon
her.
as soon as you try to approach the next woman, the next one be like, nah, I'm not interested. I'm like, damn.
Well,
Now you double hurt.
y'all actually just made me think of something. When I broke up with this one girl way before her, I was listening to this neo soul artist Bilal, and he has this song that kind of messed me up, kind of like the songs y'all talking about. And he had this line saying that chasing every girl wishing they were you. And I was going through that. Like every girl I had after this one, I'm comparing her to that one. And I'm looking for that girl in every girl that I was with at that time. And yeah, no relationship was working out. I was just like, nah, you're not smart enough. Nah, you're not this enough. You're not this.
And you keep trying. You keep shooting. You keep hoping.
You keep shooting, dog. Yeah.
I think the hardest thing for me was like getting your heart broken and still fighting for the relationship to work. And that's just like a straight sucker at the end. Like,
Yeah. That's the unbalanced shit. Because she don't give a fuck. She living her life. She doing her thing. And you still trying to like, yo, I'm still here if you need me. Like, you know what I mean?
I can forgive you.
But
I still got your scrunchie. You know, like I just want to drop it off to you.
tell your brother I said, what's up? That's my dog. We was watching the Kobe game. That's my dog. Yeah, he
Baby,
like
come
Kobe.
back.
You wouldn't get it. It's true, but you hold on to things and
That's not good for you,
can't.
man.
I mean, and I remember I was in the library studying, like, damn, I'm gonna be alone forever. Like nobody else, because we just had such a good relationship. That's why I actually went back to the same girl after I found out she cheated on me and everything. I went back thinking like, damn, if you could produce this much heartbreak, that means obviously you're the one for me, right? Like, if you can hurt me this much, then you're the one for me, and obviously not. But
I start qualifying like, is it really that bad? Can it get better?
Right.
Like you gotta go down before you
Go
up.
up, yeah.
It's like,
she's only human.
like damn, but when you go down 12 times, like god damn, now it's time to walk away.
Right.
And then you're not even the one that walks away. She still walks away.
She's still the one that walks away.
She's still walking away. It's you chasing her
And you
down.
still trying
Please,
to
she
grab
told me
her.
again. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
It's crazy because in a lot of those situations, I tried to change myself. It was like, okay, maybe it's me. Maybe not. It's not that she's so stubborn. Maybe I'm not listening.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not supportive.
I'm not supportive. You know
That's
what I mean?
exactly
It's just
right.
like,
That's what's crazy about that for me in that situation. I remember because growing up in like my Nigerian household, my parents were never fully expressive. Like, honey, I love you. Husband, I love you. Wife, I love you. So I was never like that. So I thought, okay, because I'm not like that, that's why she.
That's the reason.
found
I'm the reason.
another guy
Right.
who was maybe more expressive.
Emotional, expressive.
Right.
Yeah.
So then I tried to change, like, oh, let's start holding hands, and I mean, I don't really like doing that shit. Till this day, I still don't like doing that shit. Bro. But like, I was like, let me try to do that. Let me hold your hand, and still no. I mean, she gonna cheat. She trash. She's not trash, but she
the
was
game
at
is the
time.
game.
she is who she is.
The game is the game.
Because do y'all think that heartbreak changed y'all mentality, like towards women, like as a whole?
100%. I think a savage causes another savage.
That's
like,
right.
A savage creates another savage.
Hell
for sure.
yeah.
Yes.
That's right, dog. At that time, especially in college, when you have access to hundreds of other women, knowing that the other ones, they all trash. But fuck it, you treated me like that, I'm gonna get somebody else and treat her like
and that's that thing. Like, you know how they say that thing, like, while you're chasing somebody, she's chasing somebody else who's chasing somebody else. Like, we're always trying to, like, you know what I mean? It just keeps going because, like, you're trying so hard to get her and she's not paying you no mind because she's trying to get the attention of another nigga. She putting in all that work and it just keeps going and going.
It's
It's
a
like
cycle. That's crazy.
It's a cycle. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It changed me, but not in the way that you guys are describing. The way it changed me, it made me ask more questions, and it made me a little
Listen
It
more,
made me
maybe.
scrutinize women a little bit more.
yeah, that's true.
Damn.
Yeah, because it made and then I would see other people. Like one of the most craziest times with this girl when I was in undergrad, she had a boyfriend in New York, and then she was messing with a dude. She was messing with a dude at school. They had the same exact name. She was on the phone with her boyfriend while this dude was on the bed with her. And it's like I'm seeing that it was crazy. So I remember one time coming from the calf to go to my dorm room, and I'm with my homeboy. We chopping it up or whatever, and we see her going to the elevator alongside with us, and she's with her real boyfriend, and it's the most uncomfortable elevator ride because like, I know what you're doing. And then me at the time, my girlfriend was at USF, so that's like 3 hours away, and I'm just thinking, yo, what could she be doing? All those times I was on the phone with her.
Damn.
Yeah, and I would think too, like one thing that thing that changed me about that, because this girl was a really like Christian girl, and I held her up really, really high. I stopped idolizing women, so I think I stopped like putting them on this pedestal, right? Like you know what? She's an ordinary human being, just like me. She has her needs and desires, so if she want to go suck somebody else's dick. Cool, you know what I'm saying? Like she has the right to do that. I don't have to. I put too much pressure on her. I surmised. In that
hey, you know that's an important thing because I think like a lot of time what niggas do, they almost like, yo, women would never do that. Right. Niggas do stuff like that because niggas are animals. Women would never do. She absolutely would do that and more.
Because she's a regular human, ordinary human being.
I think I become more paranoid. Like in my next relationship, like I'll start noticing the things that the past girl did.
Oh, absolutely,
Like you just turned your phone upside down. You know what I mean? Like, why? What is going on here? Exactly. It could be nothing, but now it's something because right? Because I'm used to seeing that, and now it's like you're a cheater now.
That's trauma. Like heartbreak is trauma. Heartbreak is trauma. Like when you're really, really like burnt, like hurt, like dog. Yo,
that's the worst feeling in the world.
It affects, like, if you don't check it, it affects the relationship, not just with other women, with your friends, with your coworkers, with
the advice that you give women, coworkers and shit. Like, nah, that nigga cheating. I already know.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like that. It's tough. Heartbreak is such a sore. Like I think it affects everyone moving forward. You won't operate the same afterwards.
So, do y'all think that y'all ever really let the hurt go? Like, when do y'all let the hurt go?
At some point in time, it just goes away.
I don't think it just goes. I think you have to find someone like that you feel like is better, or like at least like, you know, to you that's equal to you, to that woman. That's when you really, really like actually let it go. Like,
so for me, the one where I was telling y'all about that song, that when I was like chasing girls, looking for that girl and other girls, when I finally just realized I'm not gonna find that, and I don't need to find that. That's when all of a sudden, then I got a new girlfriend. Yeah, like it was like, damn, how did I go through all these other women, and then as soon as I just let that one girl go, I have a girlfriend for real.
Yeah, no, I get that, because you actually really have to let it go. Like it's like that thing, right? You know how when they say like as soon as like you break up with your girl or whatever, then all of a sudden she gets fine as fuck. Like, all of a sudden, every picture she looks like fucking Beyonce. Like, damn, when does bitch look this good? Like, you know what I mean? Like you almost want to like it. Like you're seeing it all because you're still stalking her on MySpace, Facebook, whatever the fuck. Like,
I like those pictures.
You like those?
I don't care. Put the heart.
She broke your heart, and you liking her picture?
You liking her picture? She really won.
That's tough.
That's
super.
Shameless.
It's like Shameless. You don't like it on purpose. You like it by accident. You just scrolling
and
you
on
just
purpose. I'm scrolling. I was like, oh, what's up? You got a new boyfriend.
See, but then I picture her and her friends laughing at me.
Laughing at you like, yo, wow, this nigga still on my shit. This nigga can't let me go.
Nigga Ken in the window.
I could care less.
Why don't you care?
Because it doesn't matter. Sometimes I just do it just for funny. Like sometimes if something is funny to me, I just do it. Even if it's self-deprecating, if it's funny, I'll still do it. Like, whatever.
You hurt her.
To answer his question, you didn't let the hurt go.
You didn't let it go.
No. For the person that I'm thinking of in my mind, I didn't care, and I absolutely let it go. I wasn't stalking her. It came on my timeline. If it doesn't come on my timeline, I do not go searching for people. I don't.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like you're so hurt to the point, like she left you. You really like just thinking about her. You on her page. You seeing all that shit.
That
she tweeting and talk.
No, that I don't.
All right, we different then. But
everybody has that. No, for me, like the woman, the ex that I'm thinking about who cheated on me, I moved on. I come to Facebook because I just want to be nosy. She blocked me. Excuse me. So that made me like, hold on. Let me go to Instagram. I'm blocked there too. Damn. Hold on.
You did me
wrong. you
Wait, the shit is backwards.
This, right? Like I'm supposed to be in this higher position, and you blocked me.
How dare you?
Yeah, like no, it bothers me. So I probably to this day I didn't let the hurt go.
Damn.
No, I'm not even. I'm dead ass, and she passed away, and I went to the funeral and everything. And to this day I wish I had the conversation like, look, I forgive you for what you did, and it's not my fault. I want that. I still to this day I want to have the I wish I had the conversation like, look, I forgive you for what you did. I moved on, and I don't hold no ill will towards you. I never got to say that.
That closure conversation, I think, is important. A lot of people don't put a lot of stock in the closure conversations, but I think you do. Like, even if like we stopped talking ages ago, like you can still like hit her up, like, yo, I don't like how that went. Like, I mean,
so do y'all feel like closure is absolutely necessary?
It's necessary to move forward, like to really
for both sides.
Both sides.
If I caused the heartbreak, I don't think I need closure.
Wow.
Because then I feel like I already have closure if I'm causing a heartbreak.
That sounds so evil.
If you caused it,
like,
usually, because you don't care. You
No,
just
but if you caused it, you don't feel like moving. Like you moved on with your whole life now. Obviously, you don't feel like, damn, I messed up back in the days.
Say I apologize.
Let me
I feel like
apologize.
I feel like I've already made a decision to do what I did. That's it.
No, but say you cheated at a party or whatever. You
don't feel no guilt.
like
nothing.
Guilt. Yeah.
Guilt.
All right, if it's a mistake, then yeah.
It don't even got to be a mistake. You could have did it on purpose. You don't feel
Then
guilty.
if I did it on purpose, there's no guilt.
Oh, that's
I'm being honest. Like, 'cause if I chose to do something, why would I have guilt?
Because I've done that. I've done that.
Savage.
Like something like you get into it, you just be like, yo, back. I was tripping a couple years back.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like if I could have did all that, I probably would have done a couple things differently. But
you would still do that. Like even if you're in a relationship right now, and you think back on it, you would still hit that person up. Is that what you're saying?
not that I'll hit that person up, but like if there's a stance that we're talking, like let's say, boom, maybe I was dating a girl years ago, and then now all of a sudden I saw her pop up on Instagram, and I follow her on Facebook or whatever the fuck, and I just be like, oh damn, how you been? Whatever, you catching up, like whatever, like oh shit, I don't like how I didn't like how we left off. I'm not gonna go like calling her or anything like that, but just it's somehow like. That shit was trash. I was a young dude. niggas trash anyway. You know how it be.
So is it okay to reach out to exes when you're in a relationship?
Yeah, if you ain't about shit, like who the fuck? I mean,
there's no rules to like govern yourself. Like, so you would allow like your now girlfriend to reach out to her ex to even have a conversation? Like,
absolutely,
not allow, but
yeah, she can talk to where the fuck she want to talk to. Like, it's not like
easy.
Slow down.
Not for everyone.
No. It's not for everyone for sure, but like if you're comfortable in your relationship, like you feel like it's not gonna be like can't nobody take my woman from me. Like that's not what I'm saying, but if you feel that way, then like
if that burden is on you, I feel.
And that freedom, like you're not worried about that.
In that situation, I'm totally with you. Like I've been out. I think y'all was there. We went out somewhere, and my wife saw her ex-boyfriend. He was the bartender, or some shit like that, and they was ducked off. And they was over there, like, and we was over here. And then other Mike, who's not here right now, he said, like, yo, if that was me, hell no, I could not do that. But I was just like you said, like, if he could take my wife, have her. Like,
that's
yours, bro.
I feel you, but
that's a good ass point.
I don't know. I still feel like there's a little bit of like embarrassment there that you're kind of causing for me. Like, we're in public and you over there talking to the dude. No, I'm not really feeling that too much.
What if your wife's ex like, yo, I'm in town, I wanted to just clear up things with you?
Why would she need to allow him to have that?
Have closure.
That means she must care about him a little bit to me to allow him to have closure. Who cares about him?
If it was that deep, you care.
I don't. She shouldn't care anymore.
She shouldn't, but you do. Like we got to be realistic as human beings. Like we have to be realistic. Like. Just because you shouldn't, or I feel like you shouldn't care about them, that doesn't mean that you don't. Like you always have, like if it was that deep, like we was talking about hurt, like it was actual hurt, like you want them to like clear that up because that might be a future future issue that might come up. I don't know.
See, I agree. So I've never needed closure for sure. Like if I see you, we could have that conversation. I'm not gonna reach out to you.
Yeah, reaching out is different.
Now if this is my current girlfriend. And her ex hits her up to go chill somewhere so we can have closure, that's a no.
Yeah, I'm not feeling that.
But why though? No. Why?
Because I don't think you need to go out of your way to do it that way. Now, if he needs that, I don't care.
That's his problem, right? That's his problem.
That's his problem.
There's also ways about doing things. Like you could just text me, like you need closure. We could text and talk.
Exactly.
We don't have to go and meet.
You don't
up.
have to meet.
You gonna try to fuck my woman?
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's exactly what I've seen happen.
That's inappropriate. Yeah, I get it too. Us meeting out is.
But we could still talk. They can still have a conversation. That's what I'm agreeing to. I'm not saying go and like fucking meet up with him at the El Palacio. Like,
hey, it's too soon. See, 10 years too soon.
I take closure as somewhat of caring still. I don't know. That's just the way I say it. Like if you need closure with someone in the past, I mean, you still somewhat care about the situation or those feelings that you had. Like I feel like all that
for me is guilt. For me is
or
guilt.
Even that, yeah, which is somewhat of caring. Like you know what I mean? It's the emotion.
I don't necessarily
our hearts are like human hearts are like. It's there. Like even if you might like try to bury it as much as you want to, like I want to get rid of this person, I want to cut all ties. That doesn't mean it's cut. That doesn't mean it's not there. But you want to want to grow through it. You want to talk things through. And it's something I encourage. So that's why I won't be a hypocrite. Oh, that's your ex? Absolutely not. Fuck nah. I wouldn't. I want to keep that same.
Yes, because that's a good point to me. Like for example, the one reason why I went to the funeral is because I needed the closure. So that's me being there.
The funeral of your ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, it was a part of closure. You see what I'm saying? Like we're no longer together. We haven't been together fucking 6, 7 years, 10 years.
And you went with your wife.
I went with my wife and my sisters and my mom. We all went there, and we sat in the last row, way in the back, because we don't want to be a part of. This real.
See, I think that's a good way of doing it.
Yeah,
and it's just about being reasonable.
No,
you must die.
No, obviously not.
No,
bro.
but say it was something like more immediate. Like say my wife was like, "Yo, my ex hit me up, and he's about to. I don't know. He's going through a lot, and I want to have this. I need to have something. Something's unresolved there in terms of like ending. We have to talk about it.
See, I feel like two ways about that. Like. Her and her ex, they're probably together for let's say 3 years. So they were best friends, did everything together for 3 years. Exactly. So they're probably the closest person to each other. Maybe even still, he probably still holds her in that position. Exactly. But she's married now.
Yeah, that's true.
So, no, but what I'm saying is that like as a reasonable human being, because you would want that. I know it's hard to see because it's your wife and it's not you. You're like, oh, absolutely not, fuck now. But if the shoe was on the other foot, you would want that. You would want her to give you that, and I would want to feel like you trust me enough to know that I would make good decisions, smart decisions that will not try you in any way. But I do need this, and I need you to understand that. I need this.
Yes and no for me. Yes and no, because I know how I would deal with it. So what I would struggle with is you dealing with it the way I would deal with it. Because there are relationships that I do feel guilty about. So if I had the opportunity to this day, so if I had the opportunity to talk to them and tell them, hey, I apologize for what I did, I would. But I'm not reaching out to them.
Okay. You
know what I mean? Like I gotta see you. Like I'm not gonna call them and be like, yo, let's talk. Nah. But it's so therefore it's hard for if I'm in a relationship for her to be like, hey, this dude is reaching out to me and she's asking me to go meet with the dude, or I don't know. It's just
why is she asking you? Why didn't she just go do it? Why didn't she say like I'm just going out with my homegirl and I'm gonna go out and then you will never know?
That would suck.
You see,
yeah, that would suck if she did that.
The point that I'm making is that like people handle things differently. If she feels the need, if she could like gather up the gall, the bold ass nerve to come and tell you I'm going to see my ex, there's a reason for it. It has to be that. You know what I mean?
That's serious.
That serious for her to come up with that is my point.
And I think one thing we should acknowledge is like your lady had like a relationship before you, and that relationship was probably special to her at the time. So it's difficult for her to. That person is a part of her life story, her journey.
Right, exactly.
That person has chapters of her life
in her.
So if they see each other out, for example, like I said, we was at the bar and they have this conversation, allow it. This person exists in her story.
See,
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that.
I would be thankful that I'm there, and I'm glad it wasn't a girls' night out that you seen this person. I'm glad that I was there. I could at least, you get what I'm saying? That's how I would rationalize it.
Because I would feel like the old feelings and emotions may kick back a little bit, and you might start reminiscing and like.
Probably.
I don't want that to be.
But if you feel like you lose your girl that easily, she's not really.
No, I'm not saying I'm a loser, but I don't want that to start being a problem, or even her to have feelings for him, or even think about having those feelings she had for him.
Like create the atmosphere
of the old love they used to have. Now we're sitting in the old love.
Or beyond that, I don't want dude to think that there's an opening for him to keep trying.
Right.
I understand
Because we
that.
know dude. We know niggas. And niggas will
Yes.
take any opportunity.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, even in like, I hope y'all seen the recent most episode.
Insecure.
Insecure, yes. So like with them two, before even them two, they've always had like inside jokes. They've always had, even when there was other people, they were both really mature about it. When they met up for whatever reason they met up for, it was like, yo, remember X, Y, and Z? Oh, Mr. Grady's still here, blah blah blah. So then when they broke up, it was easier for them to get back together type shit. But like they still have this relationship, is what I'm saying. They have them two have a bond that's been created. Period. So now it's up to them to not act on it, obviously, because they were different people. But that exists. There's nothing you can do
about that.
Yeah,
But I feel like that's
You can
just.
deny it,
I feel like it's so toxic though, because even in the scene when she was leaving the restaurant and she looked back and she seen Lawrence and the other girl together, it was like, damn, she still shows some type of love and feelings for him.
For sure.
And that's what I want to. I want to avoid that completely. I don't want Tina. I do not want. You must not.
Never you do.
You must cross the streets.
But I feel like you want them to attack that stuff head on, because the more you try to bury it, the more it's going to get exposed. The more you try to hide it, the more you try to be like, don't do this, don't do that. That's the more natural, because that's how humans are. Like, the more you tell somebody no, the more that like it's going to grow. You know, naturally.
For sure.
I agree with that.
That's exactly what I think they
call
it the exotic becomes erotic thing. So it's like the things that are so far fetched out there, so
and taboo,
exotic, so taboo now becomes like it burns inside you. It becomes something you want to get now.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Because
Yeah,
you've
that
been
makes
told
sense.
you can't have it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
For sure.
But
So,
if I'm in her life now, I'm the person she needs to confide in.
I'm
That's just the way I see it.
That is good. And I understand it. Trust me, I understand what you're saying. But like he was saying, when the chapters that you don't even know exist are still burning in her mind, she can't talk to anybody. Only person that it makes sense to is this person. Only chapters that make sense to me, like only they can like hash out whatever it is. And you just have to hope that our bond is strong enough for you to know, like,
for sure,
that shit was whatever. My husband is my everything.
Right.
I do think it's important for people to try to find closure without the other person.
Right, within themselves.
For sure.
That's good.
It's hard to do, but you
very hard.
gotta find it, because you don't want something in the past that you may not have no control over anymore to mess up something that you got going on right now.
I agree.
For sure.
You may never have that opportunity for closure, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna mess up this new relationship.
True.
Or future possibilities.
I agree with that. Have you ever done the heartbreaking to someone? Like, have you be like, yo, I don't want you anymore.
Absolutely. I think everybody has.
Yeah, just everyone.
Oh yeah, I've done that.
Yeah, because like sometimes like and especially like we said before, like the heartbreak, the people that are heartbroken causes the heartbreak, because like you are in that moment, you're just looking for anything that can fill that void, anything that can just like but they might be like they trying to look for love, and you just like, I just want to have sex with you just so like I will feel good for these few moments, and then like so you just fucking treat them like whatever.
Have you ever known you're going to cause heartbreak to someone? Like, you met them like, look, I'm going to lie to you, tell you that I like you a lot, knowing that I'm going to end it.
Damn.
I mean, is that really, heartbreak? No, but like.
So you've done it.
Yeah. I mean, everybody like had a girl into them more than they were into you. I mean, more than you were into them. And then
you let it on.
Like,
you let it on.
I mean, I want to say you use her, but like.
Oh, shit.
No, that's not, that's what I'm saying, like the wrong words, but like, there's always somebody out there that like you more than them. And you end it, and then they're heartbroken. So charge it to the game, kind of.
The game is the game, and that's one thing like niggas need to understand. Like the game is the game. We're all older now, we're all mature, we know now, but like when you see young people, like especially niggas be like 18, 19, 20, and they be like, oh, I'm so in love, like my boyfriend gonna be together forever.
But what is that?
It sounds good. It sounds good. I'm sure that sounds lovely. I'm sure you guys are gonna like, be high school sweethearts, get married, have kids, and the whole nine, but
it don't really be like that.
It don't. That is not real life. And then like, but it's like you just have to learn it. Some things you just have to endure, because you can't be a hater. Like that's just not gonna work. You're not gonna be together. You're not like, what are you talking about? Yeah. But you have to let them go through it so you can learn life. Like, because after you learn life, then you can.
That's when you get fined. That's why I think most women they fine at 27 because they've been lied to, they've been cheated on.
Yeah.
They've been hacking the boyfriend's phones or maybe just me.
No. They all do that.
But yeah, and that's when you get fined. Like you learn life. Like you know not to put too much faith into what men say because we all lie. All of us.
Mm-hmm. And then when they get to that point that they're like, all right, I'm truly gonna invest in myself. Like you said, I'm really gonna find
Closure.
The closure within myself. I'm gonna grow myself. I'm gonna like get more intelligent. I'm gonna get more beautiful on my own, and I'm gonna do my thing. And then everybody's gonna come to me.
Yeah.
So
pretty much, man.
What is something you guys done that you never thought you'd see yourself doing within the Heartbreak? I know you said that you went through phones and stuff like that. Like,
swear to God.
like you look at yourself like, damn,
That's
I'm
me,
a real fucking pussy right now. Like,
that's my biggest one. Going through I'm telling you, literally on Sprint.com website, I'm printing the PDF files for last month's billing cycle. I'm going through individual numbers, highlighted numbers.
Oh man,
I memorized full phone number. Like yo, I hacked the email account.
Too much.
I done had stakeouts and shit though. Like
Stakeouts,
nigga,
yes.
what? Like you tell me you're at home and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna creep up on you. I go up to your house, your car's not there.
So you pulling
Nigga,
up?
I wait, nigga. I wait.
Yo, you crazy.
Nigga, the sun is up and I'm waiting and I'm calling, and you still not picking up. And then I'm like, you kind of look at yourself like, what the fuck am I doing? I'm tired. I'm hungry.
You never really know.
You know, and then you don't really even know the real truth because you didn't wait. So like, happens again the next day.
Oh, you right back at
Right
it.
back at it.
You got your coffee in your
We
donut.
must talk.
Damn, kid.
That shit's crazy, dog. That's love, dog.
No,
that's
love.
crazy. That's not love.
Love is crazy.
It gets skewed sometimes.
Fatal attraction,
You don't
baby.
know, right?
Tomato.
Y'all
So
crazy.
it's like, I think it's something similar. Like went through phones. I've gone through phones. Like you read everything. Like I've learned that like best friends. Like you don't look for the conversation with dudes. You're looking for the conversation with her best friends.
That's right.
The people she's closest with, because that's where the real stuff is. That's where the screenshot. Everything in just one centralized location.
That's right.
But I'm ashamed now. I've grown.
Hey, good.
No,
Wow.
Man, yeah, I'm ashamed of the hacking of the emails and shit like that. I'm ashamed.
I can't say I've pulled up to anybody's home or
I was there.
I was at El Palacio.
Now you're trying to compare this.
I was ready for that pressure. I ain't care who came. Nigga, what?
You had fire on?
Nigga, pistol and all. Ow. You start amping yourself up. I'm waiting for this nigga to show up. I'm waiting.
Wow.
Nigga, that was a
30
bad
minutes
day.
past, hour and a half.
And the only one still there.
Damn.
and
That's
that'll be-
Yeah.
How would that even go? Like the nigga would show up, be like, "Yo, this is my girl. What you doing?" She's like, "Yo, what the fuck you doing here?
Yeah,
Like, what you got going on?"
Take your ass home, Tony. Oh, shit.
And with that,
Get embarrassed in front of the
so
other boy.
after you did the stakeout, and then you said you did it more than one time.
No, I went to her house the next day to talk because she wasn't answering my phone calls.
But I guess what I was gonna say is like it didn't end immediately right then and there. Like
No,
you were still pressing on.
The same issue, where were you? Of
Or
course.
the relationship.
The relationship didn't end.
Oh, no, of course. The relationship, that's probably another 6 months.
Yeah,
No,
The
same
shit never
here.
ends.
I know,
Like,
same here.
it only ends when you look at yourself and you just say, I deserve
making
better.
wild out
I
here.
need better.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm exactly with you though. I stayed with her. Yeah, I think 6 months after that too, and I was like, damn, I'm whack.
I'm a sucker.
But it's like you
Whack
don't.
as fuck.
In that moment, you don't know you need better.
Yeah.
Like you think that like if I'm doing all this, I must really love her. Like this is what love must be.
Right.
Like I would do. Like my heart is aching for you. Like I'm hurting right now for you.
Y'all making me feel like maybe I've never been in love because I'm like I never did none of that.
I was really like, I'm like, damn. I'm thinking to myself, how could you do this to me? And I didn't even tell her about it. That I hacked the emails and all that, hacked the phone.
You just held it in.
I had it in my
bottled up.
mind, like, damn, how could you smiling right now? You know what I'm saying?
She's like, how you do? You nasty bitch. That's on Monday.
how could you do this?
I'm like,
Funky,
Funky, where are you? Where are you, Funky?
Because you just really think like you can't find anybody else.
That'll make me do stupid
Right.
stuff.
Or
like
make you
this.
feel this way or blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Treat me so well. But you do. Trust me. Everyone, you will.
Right.
There's other people out there.
I hope I'm not due for one of y'all stupidities.
No, it's coming.
you too.
It's coming. It's
If it
coming.
I hope
happened, if it
not.
hasn't
It's coming.
happened already,
It's
it's,
coming.
just you haven't been that invested. That's
Isn't it?
probably what it is. Like when you're that invested, like you'll do anything, and you don't know you're capable of doing these things. Like it just be like, bruh.
Well, to turn the question around, then the last one you asked, was heartbreak ever your fault? Like you were the one who never saw it come. You know how you say you leading women on? Were you ever the one who didn't see the heartbreak coming?
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
it wasn't
yeah.
supposed to be for you. That relationship wasn't supposed to be for you.
Oh yes, for sure. Like I remember the same one I was talking about, the one heart, because this is my first one. I used to tell all my friends about it. Like I had the same conversation over and over like that. I've never experienced nothing like this. I'm like, yo, how could this bitch do this to me? Like, have you heard?
Damn.
I was like appalled, sad, and just miserable all at the same time. And like, yeah, like I didn't see it coming. I thought we was good. I thought everything was great. Like, you know how young women are. They go to like all the clubs in the South Beach clubs, like Dream Mansion, all that shit, is having a great time. I'm like, nah, she coming home to your boy. I'm just watching movies, doing my thing. Nah, but like, and I just didn't see it coming. And then you get your fragile heart shattered, and then you just like, what do I do now? Like, how can I go on? And then
that's exactly right. I mean, like for me, like a lesser form of heartbreak is somebody I wasn't even in a relationship with. I got to college, I liked her, John liked her roommate, so I'm talking to her, and I heard her over say to somebody else, "Oh no, I don't like Mike. He smelled like milk." And, I swear to God, I remember her name and everything, and that was heartbreaking in that moment. I was like, "Yo, that's foul." I was in the door next door.
Wait,
like, I'm always there. Like,
What the fuck's milk smell?
I smell like milk. I know.
Bro, I gotta digest that.
But that's after on college. They used to give away axe, the little mini axes.
Yeah.
And I was,
You bought that chocolate one?
I got the wrong one, the brown one. That's what the exact chocolate one. I thought that was, I thought that was good. It like matched my skin tone. But she said I smell like milk.
He needs some milk.
That I didn't see that coming. Like I was just like, yo, I'm over there. I bought her a big teddy bear for fucking Valentine's Day type shit.
Damn, you thought you was like,
Yeah. I used to borrow this thing a car on dates because I didn't have a car. I borrowed John's car to go on dates with this girl, and I never liked him. He smelled like milk.
That's fucked up.
And then that's one thing. Like, and then when they trash you, bitch, I did all this stupid shit for you. Like, I got me out here looking like an asshole, and you ain't even want to. Oh man, but you gotta learn life. You gotta learn life. Everything prior to where you are now led you up to who you are today.
Agreed.
Everything you do,
1000%.
That's
1000%.
Man, that shit.
so then, one more question. Is there true forgiveness then?
True forgiveness, or like after heartbreak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you look at it. It was a point in time. You're way different people.
You're way different.
30 plus. That might have happened in our 20s. You're just different people. I've let all of that stuff go. Now, some of that stuff, I look at it differently. Like I might make jokes about it. Like if I saw that person, I might crack on that person. Yeah. But it's not from a place of hurt, and it's not from a place of anger. It's from a place of it's funny now.
Yeah. Right.
So now I got all these jokes that I wish I would have said to you back then. But back then it was like
you didn't know back then.
Yeah, no, back then it was insults. Now these are just jokes from a funny place or a forgiving place. Like we can laugh about that now.
And it's the same thing here. Like it's like I think they're like, because when you're in toxic situations, you may not necessarily know it's toxic. You may not know it's a bad relationship. But now when you get into like a healthy one and a good one, like you juxtapose it. You're like, oh, it's different now. Like I see how that was. Like okay, yeah, I'm good. That's when you can truly forgive. When you can truly like come to terms with it. Like all right, I see why that happened and how I put myself in that situation. And then you grow from it. You learn from it, and then you go from there.
What do you think?
Oh man, true forgiveness.
Man, you must forgive.
I mean, that's what the Bible say.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But like, it's hard for me to forget. Like, if you really wronged me, it's hard for me to forget. And I think forgiveness is forgetting also.
I agree.
So I don't forget anything.
Really?
I don't know,
for me.
man.
Not necessarily. I don't think so. Go ahead.
Yeah, I remember all of it, but it's just I just look at it differently. Like it's just like
So with age, it's like it turns differently with age.
It just turns differently
with
like,
experience. I guess
my perspective on it now is just way different. It's funny. It's funny now, or it's a learning experience now. Like, if I see those people now, it's like it's all good. Like I don't care. It's all love. Like
because like I think just because you don't forget it, you have to remember. You have to remember where you came from. Because especially like when you like a younger generation coming up, like I was saying before, they come tell you that you're in love. Like they're crazy because of what you've been through. You're not gonna forget it. You're not gonna be like, yo, I remember this one bitch. But nah, do your thing. You'll learn. You'll learn someday. But you can forgive them. You can be like, oh, you was a trash bitch, but it's cool now.
That's true. You think can you have the true forgiveness without any form of closure?
For me, yes.
Yeah.
For me, yes.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I don't know.
I haven't had any real closure with these.
Well, clearly you haven't been hurt because you haven't done it.
No, I've been hurt now.
You never cried.
It's not.
I've been hurt.
It ain't.
But I've never had no real closure with any of them. But I've let it all go.
That's a good thing you said. Have you ever cried from these heartbreaks?
Oh man. Oh
no, go
You
ahead.
got it. You got it. You got it.
Speak on it.
Okay, I cried a few times, because I be hurt. I be hurt. I think Tony was saying that earlier. Like, you really be loving hard. You really be invested. Like, when you be like really into it, like you'll cry. Like, you be sad. Like, I call my homeboys and cry to them, and they be like,
nah. Niggas remember that shit.
Remember that time?
I'm gonna record.
But they're my friends, so like I don't mind. Like, and in the moment, like I don't care. Like, I'm just sad. I'm just hurt. I just want to not be hurt. Like, that's why like I love Drake. Drake is like we're in touch. Like, we're in touch with our feelings. Like, so
that's too funny.
You ever cried, Tony?
I think that was the one thing I made sure I never did.
he cried.
No,
he definitely
for
cried.
shit. No, like
You showed up at the hotel.
yeah, but I didn't cry. Like, I would rather whoop that nigga's ass than cry. Like, I would do shit, but I wouldn't cry. I feel like crying was like the one thing you just never do.
Damn.
Just never sit in the car by yourself with the windows rolled up and cry.
After all these heartbreak, you said 7th grade, 9th, 11th.
12 of them. I just never cried. Just made sure I never cried. I feel like that was the lowest point you can go.
I wish I was like you, bro. Like,
But I did stupid shit though, like in front of somebody's house waiting.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what I mean?
crazy.
So like,
but that's not that bad. Like,
But
What you mean? That's not that
I
bad.
appreciate that. It's not that bad.
That's bad.
It's not that bad.
no.
I
But
would
do
call
you
the
know
police.
how hard it is? My boy says,
That's
"Yo,
fine.
I know you're going through it right now, so we're gonna drink together." And like, I'm like wiping my eyes like a fucking like. I'm like,
But I'm saying, like, you didn't cry out of frustration? Not even
Nah,
like your
dog.
sadness. Just
yeah. You just might be angry.
yeah.
No, dog.
No.
Like my mind just runs 1,000 miles, and everything I do just seems like logical, and it's not. Like, I'm in front of her house by myself, and everybody can see I'm in the car with the car running for 2-3 hours. It's just not logical, but to me, it's like I'm thinking, what can I do next?
That sounds so crazy.
Well, I'm
He sound
fucking
like
crazy,
Dexter,
dog.
bro. That sounds crazy.
My shit just
I
started
just
going.
be sad, dog. Niggas be sad.
You never cried?
I've cried in a relationship, like going through
Oh,
something,
within. Okay.
like, but it wasn't from like ending of a relationship. But I've cried within.
Why
a
you
relationship.
doing
something
this to
wild.
me? Why
Nah. Like, I had a really bad situation where I got super duper drunk, and I didn't realize she and I had an argument. Like, I woke up the next day, didn't realize that she and I had an argument.
No, what the fuck?
And it went really bad. And so she called me, or somebody called me and was like, "Yo, do you know what you said to her?" And I was like, "No." And then when she told me about it, I just was, it hurt so much because I don't remember any of it. So it was like, you're telling me that we had a fight and stuff, and I'm like, I woke up, I
Shit was cool.
everything was cool, and I could see the hurt in her face, and I was just like, yo,
My bad.
I messed up big time. And I don't even, and what was crazier about it is I don't even remember going home. Like, I just remember, like, I don't remember driving home.
drunk
I was gone,
You're
and it was just so
drunk.
sad. I was just like, bro, I gotta stop doing this. Like, I can't get that wasted where I don't, and I didn't. I've like, several other times got that wasted, but not have a whatever we was fighting about. Like, don't ever do that again, because like, it was crazy. Like, she cried, and I think that's what made me cry, because her
crying.
telling me that story, she cried. And I just started crying.
You
I was
just
like, "Yo,
lost
I'm
it.
so sorry. I didn't mean it. That wasn't me." And so yeah, I cried because of that.
I got a homeboy who was going through it with his girl. She was cheating on him. Nigga said he started shedding tears.
Cause you be hurt, dog.
Wow.
Yeah. But she turned around and said, "Nigga, you over there crying?" Bruh.
No, we gotta square up.
Like,
Man.
I think,
We gotta figure it out.
She helped me a fade.
oh,
No, that's embarrassing.
nigga,
I was sad.
Crazy.
That's
never
too
again
bad,
does he hears the story every fucking time, dog. He knows, what?
Damn,
that is
You
hurt to the
crazy?
third power.
that's
That's
hurt.
too hurt.
That's
bro.
too bad.
I'm sure he
dog.
does. I'm sure he's like a super.
What? Masculine
Right,
man. Now.
yeah.
That shit would never happen.
Never
again.
happened again. Yeah.
Nigga, you over there crying?
She could die. I don't care.
But that's another thing. That's why like
Yo.
crying is so taboo, because they look at niggas as like anti-masculine, and crying
Right.
is okay. Like every
Yeah.
once in a while, like it's like like
Therapeutic.
it's therapeutic. Because like sometimes like if you don't cry for a long time, you find yourself crying for stupid shit. Like I remember like one time like I thought about like I don't know what I was thinking about. But I was just driving and just started crying for no reason and not like looking in the mirror. Like, yeah.
Wait, what?
It sounds
Why
like
I'm so lost right now.
but it's therapeutic.
The sky is so beautiful.
Why is the light red?
I swear to you, it was something stupid like that, and then he just started crying. Like I was just like,
Yeah.
damn.
You should be balled up inside, and you finally get to release it.
But there's nothing wrong with crying though. Like, you should cry. Like crying is good. A good cry is good. You ever cry because you was getting your heart broken
Heartbroken
or anything like that?
It was the same El Palacio story again. 'Cause I held on to.
She must die.
It just this situation really changed my life because, like I said, I stopped idolizing women. I stopped putting them above me. Like stopped making them godlike because they're
Right.
just ordinary human beings. Like
They are.
And yeah, I approached her about it, and then what I didn't like the most was like she was lying. You know what I'm saying? After I had like okay, here's the PDF file, here's the email.
You got all the facts.
And she was like, that's not true. Everything you're saying is not true. So I'm like, oh, you're gaslighting me. You're making me feel crazy. That frustration made me like, damn, you a fucking liar. Like, I was so frustrated. You know what I'm saying?
And that's how it be. I think that's
Yeah.
how it be for women too, because like, you know, niggas, a lot of niggas, they like lie to the end, no matter what. You
Present.
can show me.
Present.
You will take it to the end. Like, no matter what, I will lie about it. You can show me the surveillance tape. I was not there. There is no way.
Ain't this your password?
No, it's not. It's not true. Like, and you will just take it to the end, and like it'll make them feel crazy, and it'll make them feel like, and that frustration will be like, yo, you don't have to lie. I know the truth. You don't know anything.
Because in that moment, it's like, not to say domestic violence is okay. I'm not saying that. No, this is the
You're
way.
about
No,
to
no,
say
no.
something
No, no.
crazy.
No. I'm trying to say that, not that I understand, but like, I was frustrated at that moment. I didn't hit her. I don't see. That's not okay to do that.
You told her this is why niggas hit bitches.
In a sense,
That's what you thought about.
that's what I thought about. Yes, like
That's
this is. I can see like if people who are not maybe emotionally mature,
Yeah.
how they lash out on their partners, men and women. Women hit men as well
Alike.
too. And I was so fucking mad, man. Oh my goodness, that was
Punch that bitch.
Because it'll take you to a place. Yo,
Have y'all been hit before?
by a woman.
Oh,
No.
man, I've been stabbed before.
Whoa,
This is crazy, dog.
Whoa.
nigga, what?
I don't even remember the argument, dog, but like shit just went south, dog.
Yeah, it
Like-
went south.
That's
Yeah, dog, like she grabs a knife and like
A knife.
like the thing is like you buck up to me like a man. Now you got a knife in your hand. Nah, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna hit you, but
You
like,
gotta set the scene. Y'all at home.
oh
Yeah.
no, we're at home. We're like by the kitchen, whatever. And then we start arguing about something. She get in my face. You know how women do? They kind of like take your level of manhood. Like they try to meet you there.
Right.
So now she's in my face. I'm in her face. Well, she's in my face, and then she like grabs a knife because I guess she feels like she needs to protect herself. But I'm not the aggressor.
Yeah.
I have to make sure I'm not the aggressor.
Yeah.
So she
Yeah.
grabs the knife, and like I'm like, oh hell no, you're not gonna grab a knife on me. So I go to grab the knife to
From her.
remove the threat away from me.
Okay.
And she like stabs it like my hand,
Oh, shit.
and then I'm like, oh shit, I'm bleeding.
Oh,
And like I didn't do anything. Like, it's like reality came back to me. Was like, I need to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
yeah.
And
that's
so
crazy.
at that moment, I think God came in front of me, dog, and just told me to leave, and I left.
That's crazy.
And I came back.
Nigga, stop.
You ever been hit?
That's
Have
wild.
I been hit? No, I've never been
I've never
hit.
been
Like,
hit.
thank God.
Shit.
Like, I don't beat women. I think everybody should keep their hands to themselves. But thank God I've never been hit. Because, like, it's in that time, in that moment, like, you don't rationalize things, like, clearly, like, coherently. Like, imagine a bitch slaps you in the face while you're in a heated argument. Like, you might just react. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, thank God I've never been hit. Let me put it that way.
Bro, yeah. Nah, one time. So I was messing with this girl. Then I stopped messing with her to get with this other girl. So we was having a pool party or something like that. The first one came, and she was in my room, and she was like, "So you're with such and such?" And I was like, "Hey, look, now's not the time to talk about it."
We had a party.
She shut my door. And then she pushed me against the wall and just stuck me right in the chest.
Oh,
and I was
man.
like, oh, that felt like a dude's hit. I was like, yo, son. So I just grabbed her hands. I was like, please stop. And she pushed me again. And she's like, she has me on the wall. So I had to push her to the wall. And I was like, yo, you got to stop. Like, I had to like show her like, yo, I'm strong too. And yo, son, she really like
Then
she put my hands down like,
Then y'all had sex.
How she got to your room, bro?
because we were having the pool party. So she was making
my-
a
at
scene.
your
She
crib.
wanted to talk, and it was like
Oh,
either
okay.
I had to take her from that scene. It was like, yo, we got to go somewhere in private to talk. So I took her to my room.
And you got to be like,
So
you can't wear jeans on my bed either. Take off your jeans. I don't like outside clothes on my bed.
That's right.
But it's cool. The wrestling led to sex.
No, we didn't wrestle. I was like, yo, I had to get her out because she was not having it. She wanted an explanation. She wanted me to say why her why the other chick and not her. And I'm just like, I don't have no answers for you right now.
So did you hit her with that? You're not even my girl.
I didn't hit her with nothing. I was just like, yo, let's just talk about this later. Yeah, because I couldn't think. It was like I needed a, what's that called? Snickers moment.
Okay.
I needed a Snickers moment. Yeah. I had no words for it. I was just like, look, please just calm down. I only took you here to tell you to please calm down and we could talk about it later. Nah.
What I've learned in that moment, like, is when it's like, explain to me why you don't want me and you want X, Y, and Z. You have to just be, not even forget being direct. Try to be as hurtful as possible.
Oh shit!
Because that ends all
the cycle.
That cycle.
Right.
It ends all doubt. Like I don't like you. I'm not attracted to you. You're not the one for me. I've moved on. I've leveled up. You're not on my level. BS.
Wow.
Because then it leaves no room for doubt anymore. So she's gonna be crying. You're gonna feel bad, but then like you spared her. Because I used to do the opposite. I'm like, well, I don't know. I'm trying to figure things out. I'm trying to be placated, be very political, and then it keeps dragging on.
Then the advice she gets is, "Girl, just wait on him. He may come around."
Exactly. Yeah.
You say, "Bitch, you ugly. I don't like you. Your friend look better."
Right. Exactly.
Now you're an asshole, but she can move on with her life.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
You don't like me at all.
Yeah.
That makes perfect sense.
I see what you're
possible.
saying.
Yeah, man. Just tell her. Yeah, go ahead.
I've been exactly the same way. Like, you try to take it easy on them. You don't want to hurt feelings. You don't want to you don't want to come off as that asshole. Like, like one line that's always been popular with some women I've dealt with is like, that insecure. We talked about it earlier. Like, yo, you just a fuck nigga that thinks he's a nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, women love that line. Like, that's their favorite line. Cause like, you try to be nice. You try to take it easy. You try to but even though like you're still getting to that same, you might prolong it because like, yo, I'm trying to take it easy on you. But women are savages. They don't give a fuck. They just like you are.
And another thing too, just in case you want to be toxic, the more direct you are, the more she's gonna like you in the future.
That's
so
true.
You can still hold on to it. Just in case you want to double back.
No, that's real. That's funny you say that.
Just in case you want to double back.
Real.
Yeah.
Because you almost gonna be like, because women, they have this like unlimited pool, right? You trying to date her, but she has 7 other niggas saying the exact same thing to her, right? So if you're the one that says, I'm not fucking with you like that, I'm not interested, she's gonna want that.
Yeah.
She's gonna she gonna need that.
Interest.
Have you ever double back to an ex?
Yes,
of course.
Like y'all broke up, you had somebody else, then you were single again, and it's like,
and then you come right back. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I've never so I only break up one time. I tell every ex I only break up one time.
Really, you never took a break?
No, there's no breaks.
Sometimes you gotta take a break to fuck somebody else and then come back.
Never.
Because I don't want to know what you did with somebody else. That shit kind of haunt me. Like, it's not mine anymore in a sense. You know what I mean?
Well,
and I just don't like that shit. So if we break up one time, then that's it.
You never double back for just even like sex, or even not even sex, even a conversation.
Once it's over for me, it's over.
Dead. Oh,
like
man.
I would try to make the relationship work for 6 years if I can. You know what I mean? Just stick to it and make it work.
But once you stop,
once I stop, that's it. Because I don't trust you anymore.
Man, you're disciplined.
Yeah, that's good. Because a younger me, I didn't know that women were savages like men were. So I'd be like, yo, let's take a break. I'm gonna be out here. I'm gonna do my thing. Fuck X, Y, and Z, and I'm gonna come right back. And then you haven't done a thing. You've been waiting on me. In my mind,
That's dumb. That's dumb.
Incorrect.
That's that lingering period between relationships that everybody hates. Though.
Yes.
And that's why I try to avoid it.
And I learned. I've learned life.
We're not together, but we still like each other. And are you sleeping with somebody? Am I sleeping with somebody? Are we gonna get back together? Shit's trash. Though.
It is. It's very trash.
What? Super double back. Always double back. What? We go out. Drunk text king. Just keep texting. I'm a drunk text.
I was saying that before. Like if you've been together, you always have access.
I'm always try.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm a shooter.
Realistically, you do, because like nobody wants to get their numbers up. They want to like, yo, I've had sex with you. I've known like, your sex is pretty good. So like, even if if I smash you tonight, then I haven't had none extra, nothing added. Like I haven't lost anything. I just got my shit off, and I can ignore you now if I want.
Wait, double back is not just a relationship. You talking about like just sex also?
Or whatever.
Oh, I was saying relationship. But
relationship, no. But sex, like you said, nigga is always available.
Always.
Yeah, not always, but you got to shoot your shot.
More than likely.
More than likely,
Shoot your
like,
shot. See what happens.
Yeah.
like,
But you're right. Relationship. Yeah, I don't think. Oh yeah, I've double back. Yeah, plenty of times. Yeah. I have. Oh, the same. Double back to the same person. Excuse me. So like relationship, not relationship.
And then try the relationship again. That specifically, I don't know if I've done that. Like we broke up and then we gotten back together and gave the relationship a second whirl. Yeah, I've tried it.
I've definitely done that.
Oh yeah. I have it. Yeah,
I feel like it's always gonna fail. Like if it didn't work that time and you broke up, then you already failed at it, and you want to try it again after failure.
And that's the problem.
Maybe try it differently.
That specific thought, that exact thought, cross your mind every day. This shit is not gonna work. But I still blame you for cheating at El Palacio. And now we're at Movie Co right now. Like,
El Palacio.
If cheating was the issue, I don't imagine I'll double back to that.
But if something else was the issue, because you feel like,
else,
because once you break up, like obviously you gonna start going to the gym. You've been to the gym for 3 weeks in a row now. You've been eating well. Like you're gaining weight, you're gaining muscles. I'm different now. Like I'm smarter. I know a couple of different things that you don't really know. But it might be different this time. That's what you tell yourself. Is what she tells herself, and that's why you try again.
Yeah, because I've had a girl that I didn't prove it. I'm not a hacker, but I'm pretty sure she cheated because as soon as we broke up, she had a boyfriend like the next week. So I was like, that's obviously the dude you was cheating on with. Yeah. So if I ever were to double back to that, it would be straight for banging. I'm not finna try to be in a relationship with her because I could not trust her.
Exactly, it ain't mine no more though.
Yeah. Is there anything y'all miss about any ex?
Miss is a very strong word. See, that's a strong word. And that's a
strong word.
Miss
is tough.
Miss is a tough
Miss the way they laugh. Whoa. I mean, no, miss their sense of humor, maybe.
I mean, I guess like if you go to a certain place and it's like was like y'all spot or some shit, you know what I mean? Like a restaurant that y'all went to on y'all first date. Not necessarily that you miss it, you just think about it. Like, damn, this is somewhere we went. I don't know about miss something about her. That's tough.
Miss is strong. Miss is strong.
Miss is a strong word to like get. I can't say that I miss anything, cause y'all
niggas in relations right now. Anyway, you're not gonna miss anything about anybody.
Nobody misses nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't miss the headache for sure. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. I don't miss the headache.
I miss hacking into her email.
Idiot.
Oh, right, man.
Yeah, man.
It'd be like that.
So
yeah, man.
So fuck it. I mean, you know what this is. Yeah, shout out to the exes. I mean, y'all made us who we are today, so we're thankful. Ha. The Shameless Goats.